It is I, Batman. I'm here with Robin.
The fuck you not?
My bad. I'm here with the Riddler. And today, it's your boy Trey. Welcome to NAG. I'm also here with my boy, the Joker.
Yo.
I see the nigga like the Joker though, but this...
Non-stop. I've been on the ground until the ball drop. Non-stop. I've been on the ground from January till the ball drop. And I'ma keep on hustling till the ball drop.
Welcome back, y'all. It's your boy Trey, and I'm also here with my boy Keys. And we have to watch the video on Slick Rick. Now, if y'all don't know about Slick Rick been tucking in people's children since 1989. And if you don't know what I mean, he was reading people bedtime stories. So, if you don't know what that means either, let me just give you a breakdown. See, Slick Rick I'm not doing that. We're going to watch this video and they're going to do it for you. So, tune in. Let's get to it.
Society wants to hear is, do you feel remorse for what you did?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I would say I handled it in an adolescent type of a fashion. You know what I'm saying? I should have handled it in a more, adult fashion. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm suffering. My son is suffering. You know what I'm saying? I could be out there. I could have. 5 years of my life went to waste. You know what I'm saying?
Richard Martin Lloyd Walters was born on January 13, 1965. While often being referred as one of the best storytellers in hip-hop coming from New York, he was born and spent most of his early childhood in the southwest London district of Mitcham. His parents were from Jamaica, who moved to the United Kingdom.
Damn, I didn't know who was from the UK.
Off rip. I really couldn't even pay attention because the nigga was talking to me.
Oh, fuck, nigga.
Now, guess what I gotta do?
What you gotta do?
I gotta start these bitches
No, you
all
don't.
the way over.
Oh, shit, you gotta start these bitches all the way over.
Society wants to hear is, do you feel
thought you was
remorse
agreeing
for
with
what you did?
Yeah.
All right, come on.
It's your boy Trey. I'm also here with your boy Keith. It's NAG, and we're going to be reacting to Slick Rick, the dark reason why he shot his cousin.
See, that's how we supposed to come on that bitch.
No, shut your motherfucking
Have you ever wanted to kill your cousin?
No, so his ass tripping. Leave him.
Slick Rick. If you don't know who Slick Rick is, this nigga with one eye.
What?
That's the nigga with one eye.
You forgot Fetty Wap. Is it?
Listen, fuck Wap. Let me talk about Wap.
Fuck Wap.
Not fuck Wap. You know I fuck with you.
Wap home.
I fuck with you. 1738 all the way. But look, this nigga had one eye. But come to find out, he shot his cousin 4 times. Now, why would you do such a thing? What in your right mind? What would you kill? Would you shoot your cousin 4 times? Or what for?
I got 2 questions. How did you know he shot his cousin 4 times?
Shit, that's what we reacted to.
Something fishy, yeah.
That's just the video.
Would I shoot my cousin?
Would you? No, but why? What would be a reason for you to shoot your cousin 4 times?
Well, Stephen A., it's all about...
Hell no. Not Stephen A.
No, but it really depends on the situation. Like, it is no telling if a nigga was like, in that hustle
type shit,
and he was fucking over the, you know what I'm saying, or trying to rob him. It's no
I think,
telling.
Bro, I think that would be a valid reason to shoot your cousin.
Like his cousin tried to cross him over.
Yeah.
So
Well, we finna see why Slick Rick shot his cousin 4 times. Right now, let's get into the video.
We done got into this video 4 times.
Society wants to hear is, do you feel remorse for what you did?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I would say I handled it in an adolescent type of a fashion. You know what I'm saying? I should have handled it in a more, adult fashion. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm suffering. My son is suffering. You know what I'm saying? I could be out there. I could have. 5 years of my life went to waste, you know what I'm saying?
Richard Martin Lloyd Walters was born on January 14, 1965. While often being referred as one of the best storytellers in hip-hop coming from New York, he was born and spent most of his early childhood in the southwest London district of Mitcham. His parents were from Jamaica, who moved to the United Kingdom for broader work opportunities. When he was only 18 months old, Ricky got into a fight with a girl, during which a piece of broken glass got into his eye. After several unsuccessful eye surgeries,
Damn, so
He got his ass beat by a girl.
they didn't say that, man. They didn't say
You
that
come back to school with an eye patch after you just fought a girl.
because it was glass.
But look though, I understand that. But you already know how perspective goes. So a bunch of motherfuckers seeing that and the girl cool, and you want to walk around with the patch instantly. You got your ass beat by a girl.
Nigga, it didn't matter if he walked around with a patch or if he had
a black eye.
a 5 centimeter bruise right here.
Bro.
They gonna say he got beat up anyway.
That's my point, nigga. It's perspective. Everybody gonna see that shit. They gonna be like, "Damn, so you got your ass beat up by a girl."
Yeah, but he didn't get beat up by a girl. I don't know.
You don't know that.
He probably
got beat up, nigga.
He probably got beat up by Vespucci. But like, imagine. Matter of fact, y'all, I got a story time. Nah, I'll say that for another video. It was a story time of when I had to pick a Vespucci up.
Was I there?
No.
Okay.
This was in 5th grade.
Oh, yeah,
But we'll get on that in another video. But damn, that's crazy. So that's the reason why he got an eye patch. He had some glass stuck in his eye. I had a friend that had a fly stuck in his eye.
A fly stuck in his shit.
Dirty money.
unfortunately, there was nothing
For
that the
real.
doctors could do, and Ricky was ultimately
was-
blinded in one eye. To cover up, he used to wear Ray-Bans, but after a while, he decided to switch it to wearing an eye patch, something that would later become his trademark. At school, he wasn't as gifted athletically as other kids, but he was talented in other ways and indulged in knack for drawing. Unlike most kids, he didn't draw cartoons or graffiti, but preferred more real-life
real.
stuff. Although he spent a
thought
little
his
more
shit
than a
was
decade in
fucked
the
up.
United Kingdom,
So
and
this shit
even
wasn't that
remembers
bad.
life in there as more peaceful
Like,
and
those
slower
real
than in
smooth.
America,
Chill.
he never formed close ties there. In the late 70s, when Ricky was 11, he and his family moved to the Bronx, New York, more specifically at East 241st Street and White Plains Road. Remember this address for later. He went to the LA Guardia High School of Music and Arts, and at first, kids teased him for his accent and his son.
So he was already talented. He went to High School of Music and Arts and Performing Arts. I think the only other rapper that I know did that was like Tupac.
True.
But shit, let's get back into this again.
Of style.
I remember
However,
some more.
in time he made friends with guys like future DJ Vance Wright and future rapper Dana Dane. He and Dana instantly clicked, becoming close friends and eventually forming a group called the Kangle Crew. They started to perform everywhere that they could: school contests, parks, small local clubs, and hip-hop battles around the city. At one 1984 battle in the Bronx, Rick met Dougie Fresh, who would later become known as the Human Beatbox, becoming a pioneer of 20th century American beatboxing. He was
No.
impressed by Rick's
And if y'all don't know him, look him up. Cold. I'm talking about cold. You wouldn't even. It get to a point where he doing the sound, and he'll hit another sound. Why he still doing that sound? You like, "Nigga, how the hell did you do that?"
You talking about Dougie Fresh?
Yes, bro. On the beatbox side.
Oh, bro.
sound and the way he put together his rhymes. Doug made him a member of his Get Fresh crew, which also included DJs Chill Will and Barry B. Doug's incredible beatbox skills and Brick's fresh flow made him a perfect duo, and soon Brick, under the name MC Ricky D, made his debut appearance on Doug's single, The Show.
Hey yo, Doug, what? Put your valleys on.
An even more popular B-side, Lottie Dottie.
You know what? Yo, peep this. Lottie Dottie. We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody.
This single will become a piece of
Yeah.
hip-hop history as one of the most
Lottie
sampled
Dottie.
and referenced tracks.
Lottie Dottie. We like to party.
We like to party.
Yeah, I'm looking at y'all like y'all made it. What the hell, man?
Dottie. We like to party.
We like to party.
As we go a little something like
That
this.
Miley.
Hit it.
How far you going back? Way back.
As we go a little something like this. Hit it. Oh, Ricky, 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 can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me.
At the time, both tracks gained some mainstream attention. They appeared on top of the Pops and Soul Train with Get Fresh Crew and
I
put
didn't even
Slick
know
Rick
that
on the
came
map.
from that.
You learn something new every day.
So,
Slick Rick was a pioneer to a lot of these songs.
A year later, in 1986, he joined Russell Simmons' Rush Artist Management and became the third artist to sign to Def Jam Records.
Ain't that that boy that slapped? Nah,
The leading rap/hip-hop label at the time. Collaborating with his high school friend, DJ Vance Wright, Walters produced a solo album called The Great Adventures of Slick Rick and released it on November 1st, 1988. The album was an instant success. It spawned first singles like Mona Lisa, Hey Young World, Teenage Love, and the classic.
bro.
Rick's debut was like a breath of fresh air. Fans were mesmerized by his interesting sounding accent and unique narrative style, with music critic Matt Weiner later saying each of Rick's songs was an amusing and charming story that lasted from the first group to the last. The album reached #1 on the US Billboard 200 and fully solidified Slick Rick's name in the hip-hop world. He wasn't just a pioneer anymore, he was a star. While those first singles reached bigger mainstream success, singles like Treat Her Like a Prostitute, his collaboration with Dougie Fresh was quickly becoming an underground favorite.
Treat them like a prostitute. Do what? Don't treat no girlie well until you're sure of the scoop.
Unfortunately, over 500,000 copies later, and with Madison Square Garden under their belts, their
I was just listening to the song.
Nah, for that nigga
friendship
said, what?
eventually came to an end.
What did he
According
say?
to Rick, he felt like Fresh wasn't paying him his fair share, a statement that he will later downplay to Clash of Ideas. Either way, the two decided to go their separate ways in different directions. Unfortunately
Yeah.
for Rick, all of this fame and success
That shit sucks, though.
What?
Him and I think they said Dougie Fresh, if I'm not mistaken. They hit a clash of ideas, and then
share,
fell
a
off.
statement that he
After-
will later downplay to Clash of
You know
Ideas.
what I'm saying?
Either
Doing
way,
their
the
thing.
two decided to go their separate ways in different directions. Unfortunately for Rick, all of this fame and success came with a price. While being at the top, copping the biggest gold chains that you could find, and enjoying the fruits of your labor was more than joyful, paranoia was slowly starting to kick in. The newfound attention made Rick look over his shoulder more than usual, and it even got to a point where he decided to carry a gun with him in case something goes left. His mother Veronica didn't like that idea at all, and in 1989, she suggested that Ricky should hire his cousin Mark as a security guard for the Summer '89 tour with LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, and others. But what might have seemed as a good and thoughtful idea that would make Rick's life a little bit more easy
Shout out to LL and all them. Matter of fact, speaking of LL, I think we shouldn't do a video on LL. We might. Y'all let us know. Should we do a video on LL? I'm gonna get back in this. I'm in this bitch stop mid video just to talk about LL when it's Slick Rick
here.
time.
Unfortunately, it made it a complete nightmare. His cousin, Mark Plummer, arrived in New York from Jamaica, but as Walters claimed, he wanted easy money and drug connections, not work. The problem started to emerge when shortly after hiring him, Mark started to complain about the money. Ricky was paying him $500 a week, but after some time, he still wanted more. With most of Rick Adventure's royalties tied up in real estate, he understood that there was no way he could pay him more than that right now, and he
I ain't gonna lie to you. See, that's what happens, bro. You try to hit somebody's hand and he get to keep asking for more and more. I feel him though, but at the same time, Jay, it's like, come on, bro. Once I'm paying you and you getting experience too. You getting to be around all these people. Sometimes you gotta be grateful.
Decided to give Mark $3,000, a van, and tell him to chill until his next album comes out. Mark, on the other hand, probably didn't understand what the term chill means, because unsatisfied with the outcome, he pressured his mother Veronica, the same woman who helped him to get the job in the first place, into giving him some cash. If that wasn't enough, Mark busted Ricky's chops in other ways as well. He wouldn't register the van in his own name, and it accumulated tickets in Ricky's name, sending threats to not only attack him, but also his mother, and even going as far as hiring his own friends to rob him. After I fired him, all type of strange things was happening. I was getting robbed. People ran into my house, tied me up, beat, and pistol whipped me. On April 20th, 1990s, at approximately
Now, told you. Well, I mean, that'd be the only reason why you know,
On that time.
he was on that time over a gig that he got hired to do from a family member that was going up. Well, not going up. He been up.
He's still coming up.
Oh, he said shit. They say he was top 100 on the Billboard, whatever.
I'm just saying he's still.
I mean, yeah, you know, he's still
still
climbing and
growing.
stuff, but that's crazy though, bro. So he started busting windows out of shops and robbing them and doing all this shit over a couple dollars, fool.
3 a.m., Slick Rick was sitting in his Nissan Pathfinder outside the Bronx Club when several men approached his vehicle. They came up to him and said, "We want you," before they blasted 20 shots, hitting Walters 3 times and sending him, his female passenger, and a man standing nearby to the hospital. All of them miraculously survived, and Walters later claimed that he recognized the assailants as Plummer's friends. After he was released from hospital, Ricky came back to his home, only to find bullet holes in his front door. At this point, he was no longer paranoid. He was straight up scared for his and his family's life. After that, Ricky bought himself a handful of guns and a shotgun. He began carrying them almost everywhere he went, and usually kept them in the back of his car. Walters would later tell the judge that he was so scared for his life that he was even afraid to come out of his own house. Slick's nightmare would abruptly reach its culmination on July 3rd, 1990s. Walters, with his girlfriend Lisa Santiago, who was 7 months pregnant, went out to get some Chinese food. Paranoid Ricky was carrying his automatic pistol in his waistband with other guns and ammunition scattered throughout the car. After they were done eating, they got into Walter's car and decided to go shopping for the unborn baby. While driving, Ricky spotted his cousin, Mark, coming out of a store on 241st Street and White Plains Road, the same street that Ricky grew up in. Walters reached for the closest gun to him and without hesitation started firing. His first 2 shots, aimed out the window of the car as he drove past, missed Plummer entirely and hit the ankles of Wilbert Henry, an unemployed taxi driver who was standing at the curb. Walters then shot Plummer twice in the leg and once in the arm, before Mark managed to escape into a store. Ricky pressed on the gas and sped off. Police officers patrolling nearby saw the incident and started to pursue Walters. He led police on a short high-speed chase south of the Bronx River Parkway, swerving between the cars, then tried to exit the highway with a sudden turn to the left lane. He misjudged the distance and crashed into a tree. Walters was
This ain't the real chases.
This is a random chase.
That shit down pat. They describing that shit the same
Yeah,
way.
what's that? The helicopter was there.
Oh, bro.
only covered with cuts, while both of his pregnant girlfriend's legs were broken in the collision. They were taken into hospital.
Oh, yeah.
So he missed it.
While both of his pregnant girlfriend's legs were broken in the collision. They were taken into hospital and shortly thereafter both arrested. Slick Rick was charged with 2 accounts of attempted murder, assault, use of a firearm, and criminal possession of a weapon. He called it an act of self-defense, but eventually pled guilty to all the charges and was ultimately sentenced to 40 months to 10 years in prison. His cousin, the man who made all of this mess, was shot and killed only a year and a half later in 1992 after he broke into a house and sexually assaulted a young boy. The boy's father shot him to death. While incarcerated, Walters kept himself busy by taking classes.
So he, I ain't gonna lie, he went away and
he said his daddy killed him?
No, not his daddy killed him. Well, a boy daddy. That's how his cousin died.
What boy, daddy?
His cousin, he said after he got sentenced his 40 to 10 years, 40 months to 10 years, his cousin ended up dying a year and a half later due to him breaking into a house and assaulting a little boy, and the little boy father killed him.
Like music, commercial arts, school, shop, and of course an aggression replacement treatment. His only act of insubordination was refusing to participate in the general business program. He could have used it because at the time he owed the United States government $100,000 in back taxes. He also released 2 albums, one in 1991 called The Ruler Is Back, which peaked at number 29 on the US Billboard 100, received mixed reviews, and was not as commercially successful as his debut. Another one was released in 1994 called Behind Bars. It peaked at number 51 on the US Billboard 200 and was met with lukewarm sales and reviews. After spending 5 years in prison, 2 for the shooting, and another 3 fighting with immigration services over his residency in the US, Slick was released from prison in 1997. Unfortunately for him, his problems weren't over, and over the course of the next 9 years, he continued to fight for residency in the United States, even spending an additional 17 months in prison. In
Damn, I
2003,
forgot
after
that his
coming back
ass
from
was from him.
Okay,
Bro.
That's crazy as fuck.
Damn. They arrested that nigga
Caribbean
like he
cruise ship
was.
and trying to re-enter the United States to
keep
Florida.
doing this.
The biggest problem was that he never was a United States citizen and now was a convicted felon, which ultimately prevented him from getting citizenship. But after 9 long years of fighting, on May 23rd, 2008, New York Governor David Paterson granted Slick Rick a full and unconditional pardon on the attempted murder charges. This incident was used as an example when Shine's family sought a pardon from the same New York governor, something I talked about in the previous video. Slick Rick, in response to Paterson, volunteered his time to mentor kids about violence. Walter's story is a perfect representation of life and how unpredictable it could be. While he was seemingly playing all the right cards, never getting into trouble, focusing on his craft, and trying to stay away from the streets as much as he could, it was he who ultimately ended up behind bars, and not his cousin. Nowadays, people tend to forget how legendary and iconic he was, and still is. Slick Rick is one of the best storytellers in hip-hop history, which not only revolutionized the music scene, but also changed fashion and jewelry game as well. Rick is one of the hip-hop Hall of Famers, and while he's still alive and well, let's not forget and give him his flowers.
Give that boy his flowers. Won't you send that boy a message? Well, that video was decent as hell, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. It made me want to get out of my seat and go tell the story, boy. You can take away from the video.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I would say, truthfully, like, when it comes to family, sometimes just know, like, you can't trust family. Like, water can be thicker than blood sometimes, you feel me? Not all the time, not with everybody, but family ain't shit for real.
But with fame and money come around, that's when you really start to show truth.
You'll see that shit on bro, like you say. And you need the fame. Just get you some paper.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying around there, like even if you got fame without paper, because that happens a lot.
Yeah,
motherfuckers will still, you know, show their face and be crazy in your face, and then go on the internet and act like you crazy. But shit, one takeaway that I did not know. So it says it's not from the United States.
Nah, yeah, that's another one.
Like,
definitely, that was crazy.
And
he on some 21 Savage time.
Yeah,
oh, bro.
Cause it's like, nigga, I ain't know that. I thought he was from New York or something.
Oh, bro.
But anyway, video was good, man. If y'all like the video, that's good for y'all, bro. We appreciate y'all for watching the video, bro. If y'all want to see us again, y'all know what to do. I'm not going to tell y'all because people be hating. But go on in, smash that like button. like and subscribe. We out.
NAG be the team and ain't no runner. Don't play it back to life, pussy nigga ain't no running. King 3 guys on my side and they sing like it's Jonas, bro.
Swiggly Wiggly carrot, nigga.
Snotty nose nuggets. Respectful for it.
Jack Sparrow didn't even have one either.
He didn't, but he was a pirate. What's going on with y'all here today? When you clicked on this video, you was expecting either Jack Sparrow or Slick the Ruler Rick.